Hello, members. Welcome back to Devastrology. Um, we are doing our members reading today, and I am just gonna get started with the first set of questions that we have. I think few of you have joined the live session, so my request would be to please start posting in your questions. I already see a question that has come in from Roberto. Hi, Roberto. Good to see you. Um, I'll put in your question here. So, August 5th, 2005. 5th, 8, 2005. Roberto, I think this is somebody else's chart, not yours, but it is okay. I assume that you're asking for someone in your family, Richland, Washington. All right, so I have the chart in front of me. Um, the question is, I hope I'm okay. Your son got it. So the question is, looking for overall strength and areas of care as well as focus for career and personal success. What careers or area of study and when, please? Got it. So you've asked a bunch of questions, but I'll give you quick understanding of his chart, and hopefully that should give you clarity. Um, so the first thing is that he's a Libra ascendant. He's a Libra Lagna, and he has Rahu in his sixth house, Ketu with Jupiter in his 12th house. He has Mars in his own sign in the sign of Aries in the seventh house. Mercury, Moon, Sun, and Saturn all in the 10th house, where Saturn, Mercury, and Moon, all three of them are combust. And then Venus in his 11th house. So, um, and currently he is running through his Venus Mahadasha itself. Within Venus Mahadasha, he is going through Venus Rahu. Uh, Two, three key things that I would want to call out. See, his Mercury is retrograde and it is combust. Saturn is in the sign of Cancer and combust. And Moon is in its own sign, but combust again uh, under the affliction of the Sun itself. And Sun is 12th to itself, Lord of 11th house is in the 10th house, 12th to itself, but it is still a good Dhan Yoga, means it is going to be financially good for him. Now he's undergoing the Mahadasha of his Lagna Lord, which is Venus. So very important Mahadasha of 20 years, which started I think somewhere in 2015-16 for him. So he still has about 15 years to about 11 years actually to go through the same. Uh, First and foremost, this is a period for him where he should be focused towards I'm building his career, and I think that is one of the concerns that you've called out. See, his house of education, which is the fifth house, as well as his house of knowledge, ruled by Saturn, sitting in the 10th house, very good combination in terms of sitting in the 10th house. It's getting very good directional strength, but it is combust. So I'm assuming there would have been some or the other challenges that would have come in his education, and he might have struggled. Either some sort of a break, or the outcome would not have been as great as he would have desired. Even in the romantic life, he could face certain challenges, and I would want you to recommend him to plan for his marriage as well, because Mars is sitting in the seventh house in its own sign, so he will show certain issues with temperament as well. But having said that, this is a period where he will be focused on gains. Now, in the very first attempt, when I look at his chart, I see a good possibility of him building his own career in terms of being self-employed or running something of his own, than being dependent and being employed under somebody. That's the first and foremost thing that comes to mind, number one. Number two, his 10th house is very strong, with multiple planets being positioned there. More importantly, the 10th Lord also positioned there itself. So I think through the course of his career, he will pick up multiple things. but he should associate himself into projects that involve interfacing with the government, federal government or state government, not the city level council and stuff, but at a higher level. If he does anything in collaboration or tries to serve as a contractor to the government in some form, that is going to help him excel in his career. And I suggest he can pick any of those areas. So hi Matea, hello, good morning. So he could excel in any of the areas. He could pick, food related business. He could pick accounting related businesses. He could pick government contracts in any sector that serve the masses, right? So that sort of business activities are going to be very very good for him, and especially because when his sun dasha also comes, he is going to further grow. I will recommend you to suggest him to watch the Venus video as well as the Sun Mahadasha video, so that he gets a clarity as to how he has to expand in the next 10 years and post that. Number two is that this is also going to be a period, because Venus Mahadasha is running and Venus is sitting in his 11th house, aspecting his fifth as well. Relationships will be prominent for him. uh, I would want him to not jump into a conclusive relationship at least till November of 2025. Post that, he has a very good period, which is going to be, I mean, because it is Venus Jupiter period, it's going to be a much better period where he will be focused towards creating wealth, towards working in isolation and planning things around that. So that is going to be fruitful. Him working uh, uh, in that space is going to give him the desired results. However, in the initial stages of his career, if he wants to do a job, especially between 2025 to 2028, for these 3 years, it may not be a bad option for him. He will acquire the right skills under some leader and he will work. It may not be a bad idea, Roberto, for you to be his mentor, because Sun, being the Lord of 11th, sitting in 10th, your guidance for him to push towards his career is going to be very, very fruitful for him. So, uh, please plan on all these aspects. I highly recommend you to be his counsel. It's going to be helpful. Even his ninth Lord is sitting in 10th in retro. Though combust, it is going to be helpful. He might not listen to all of your recommendations, Roberto, but if you keep nudging him, softly nudge him, because see, the planet is combust, right? So softly nudge him. These 3 years uh, are going to be super helpful. See, I don't want to give any remedies for combust planets, because at the end of the day, all these combust planets are sitting in the 10th house. What does combustion denote? I don't want to scare people with astrology, Roberto. So and you are my member, you've seen it in multiple videos. I try to give a positive light as to how we can rule our planets. So my recommendation is, see, when you see this combustion, it's essentially, astrologically, as per my inference, it means that the results are going to diminish. So he's got to put, if he would have put 100% efforts and would have got 100% outcome in a normal scenario, in this case he would put 100% results and get, say, 60%, 50% of the outcome. So this guy will have to work harder. Your son will have to work harder with these aspects, but in the long run he should think about building his own business. He should think about working in the government contracts and something related to that. Um, or government could just be one customer. He can still serve private customers, but that start with the government is going to give a push to his career. It's going to be very very beneficial. And these 3 years period between 2025 to 2028, when he is going to be between 20 to 23 age, 24 age, actually all the way till 2030 also, because Saturn Antardasha will also be there. If he serves under someone and acquires the skill, that is going to help him grow big time. Okay, so I hope this is helpful, Roberto. Let me now jump on to the next question. I will take up the question from Preeti. uh, Preeti, good to see you after a while. I hope you are doing well, my friend. Let me put in your details. 171093. Time is 9:59 a.m. Lucknow. All right. So I have Preeti's chart in front of me. Sun was debilitated. That is the chart that I remember your chart. And you have combust Jupiter with Moon, Mercury, and Mars all sitting in the 12th house. Got it. And you're a Scorpio ascendant, Venus debilitated, Saturn in its own sign in retrograde in the third house. Awesome. So, what is Preeti's question? As you correctly predicted, I'm not getting satisfaction in my current job as there is so much pressure. When should I plan to switch? I'm working in a BPO MNC right now. See, yeah. So, Preeti, and that this is the goal in this channel, to help people start ruling their planets and understand what they can do better, based on what we have in place. Uh, Now, let's quickly look into the dashas so we understand where you are standing. Hmm. So you are in Mercury Mahadasha already. Okay, you've kick-started Mercury Mahadasha, and within Mercury, you are undergoing through Mercury Antardasha as well. And the reason I had told you that you will not be satisfied from your job perspective, again, because of that Ketu's effect coming into play. However, Preeti, is Venus getting Venus and Mercury are in exchange. So that is a good thing. That is a very good thing because your Venus is debilitated, but they are in exchange, Preeti. So it is a very good thing that is happening. 11th Lord is going to 12th, and 12th Lord is coming to 11th. So, one thing I should have recommended you, and because your sun is also sitting three places away from itself, I should have recommended you is that you should stay and work away from your hometown in a different culture and workplace, because there are two, three things. One is the sun, other thing is the presence of Mercury, and then from sixth lord going into seventh, sorry, 11th lord going into 12th, and then 12th lord coming into 11th. So staying away from home is another thing that I would have recommended. And then Saturn is also uh, is sitting in its own sign in retrograde. It's a good thing. First of all, I would have missed predicting on this aspect, but this is a very good thing, Preeti. See, I don't remember if I predicted this to you or not. One thing very important for you would be that, um, one thing very important for you will be that you should be in a job. This BPO job that you're sitting and doing inside an office is not one of the best things to happen right now. However, your career will be built in MNC only. Okay, you will have to work in a multinational corporation, and you will have to climb the ladder, fight hard to climb the ladder and achieve it. That is has to be there. Two, three things to observe. See, your Lagna Lord is Mars. It is sitting 12th to itself. It's a tough situation, but when it is sitting in the 12th, it is aspecting your 6th. Means you will not be having a loss of job. You will not get unemployed unless and until you drop uh, your job yourself. So that is number one. Number two is this Mars is aspecting your seventh as well, and we will not go into the marriage and bit. But throughout the course of your life, you have to expect that there is a lot of effort you have to put, Preeti. And please do not see this in a negative light. Please do not see this in a negative light. Consider this as a thing that in your chart you've been told to work hard, and that is how success is going to come, because it is burning up of your energy, draining of your energy, based on which you'll get the outcome. So whenever you face a problem, whenever you face a challenge, remind yourself that I am going to overcome. Mars is aspecting sixth house. If you've not had a chance, watch my sixth house video. Okay, it is a Viparit Raj Yoga. I have just released sixth lord video late last night US time, which was morning India time. So go ahead and watch that video. After this, you will get clarity that when sixth lord is moving to 12th, what is going to happen. Okay, and watch first lord video in all houses as well. You will understand that as well. This is a Viparit Raj Yoga for you. Means life will get sorted for you after you overcome problems. Good things will happen, Preeti, but they will come only after you overcome the challenges in your life. So अभी उससे बच नहीं सकते. There is no escape. out of that, right? So you have to understand this thing. Now job, before I come to the job front, I would want to comment on the 10th lord as well. What is 10th? Ruled by sun. Sun denotes government, sun also denotes multinational corporation, and it is sitting in the 12th. We have to figure out this MNC, does it have presence in different countries or not? Over a course of time in your life, you will have to figure out a strategy. And by the way, it is possible, you know, through the course of this Mercury Mahadasha itself. This Mahadasha is running all the way till year 2040 for you, 16 years, and it has just started. Yeah, it just started end of 2023, essentially start of 2024 only. So these 16 years, Preeti, you will go away from your house. You will keep going away from your house. The farther you go, the better you will grow. So now within this company, I'm not saying that you have to stick to one company to grow in your career, but you have to understand how you have to shape your career path. You have to understand that. And these 16 years, you have to plan that you have to figure out to stay away within India, away from your hometown, or even outside India. And that is where you will find the growth. Now, coming back to the job switch bit. See, Mercury being the lord of your 8th and 11th, this is the time, this is the 16 years where you will be able to fulfill all your wishes if you work hard. And Mercury is sitting in in friendly sign. It is sitting in a good combination in exchange. Job switch specifically for you, I will recommend the period starts from November first week. That is where you get a window, and and that window will continue till December. You will have 2 months as an opportunity where you might get certain interviews and stuff. If it doesn't work out, then the second opportunity will be for you in Feb of 2025 till April of 2025. Okay, that is second window for you. If the switch doesn't happen, then you please stick it out, stick it within this company itself, and continue working. Do not make a switch post that all the way till 2026. Yeah, do not make a switch all the way till 2026. Then all the way till 2027 May actually. Now this doesn't, you've already shifted Hyderabad, good job. Stay away from Lucknow. You are in Hyderabad, good job. You will grow in life. These 16 years are paramount for you to grow. So any kind of another thing, and now I'm coming to travel. You see, Saturn is in the third house aspecting your ninth. Travel becomes critical. And Saturn is also natural reflection of job in our life, karma in our life, okay, and gains also, because it in Kalpurush it rules 10th and 11th. So what you have to figure out is that if in your job you can get into a role that requires you to go and do customer meetings, because you are in an MNC, you are not going to be selling chocolates, right? So evolve your role from this BPO role into something that can help you go and meet customers and travel. And it's not going to happen in 3 months and 6 months in 1 year. You will have to strategize. But if you do that cleverly, you will see that it is going to bring growth to your career. So I've given you a timeline in terms of when you can switch. I've given you those two windows. I have given you a larger perspective for 16 years as to how you have to think and strategize, and you have to accordingly update yourself about international stuff. Mercury is ruling your 8th as well. Keep on doing research about how you can grow in different travel related opportunities within your company, and I know in BPO stuff as well you can find that. Okay, so if you do that, you will find the growth. It will come with challenges. Mars is sitting in a Viparit Raj Yoga for you. It is your Lagna Lord. It will give you opportunities, but it will come after a lot of expense, a lot of hard work, a lot of investment in terms of time and energy. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. I know there are many more people who've joined this live, guys. This is a members live that I do. People who are part of the community, who are paid clients to Dev Astrology channels. They are the only ones who will be able to ask questions. And this is much more detailed reading versus what I did yesterday for free of cost live readings, because here members are associated with the channel on a full time basis and they get to connect with me twice in a month. So this is just for some of the people who might be listening in, for them to understand how it works. All right, now we will come to the next question. Hello Mateya, good to see you. Mateya says, you were right with my husband's disease. I'm not happy about it that I'm right, but he was in hospital for several days. Oh man, still we don't get along well. Okay, Matya, I'm so sorry to hear all this. And you did, just for others' reference, Matya did a one-to-one detailed reading with me, and that is why she's referring to the predictions that I made. And sometimes, Matya and I had a video call. I mean, I do the direct readings on Instagram, and in this medium it is difficult for me to see you guys, and I just read the text that you guys are sending. But when you get an opportunity to speak to the person and see the audience face to face, it is so very refreshing. So just wanted to call out, it was a good experience to see Matya in person, on video. So Matya, I'm assuming, um, yeah, I just wish quicker recovery for your husband, and I hope things get on that front. But I told you I don't want to comment more on that. I have told you certain remedies, so I hope you recorded that, and please keep focused on that aspect. Okay. Now coming back to the studio that you run, I rent a small space for my Pilates studio. Can I expand with a business partner in October? Got it. Hold on. So let's quickly get into the dashas. Um, okay, so Saturn, Rahu, and then Moon, and post that Saturn, Rahu, and Mars. That is what is in play for you. Your Saturn is sitting in the 12th house, Rahu is sitting in ninth, and Moon is sitting in fifth. And that is why this Moon is asking for a business collaboration, because Moon is in fifth, aspecting your 11th. Saturn is the ruler of your fourth and the fifth house. One second. And your Mars is also sitting 6 places away. Where is your Sun? Sun is in the ninth house. So 11th Lord, 11 places away from itself. Good, good, good. That's a good thing. Uh, Matya, by any chance, would it be possible for us to get details of your partner's birth chart? Like, if we do that, I could give you a very see. Okay, I'll give you the prediction based on your chart. Okay, uh, and I don't want to be jumping the guns, but you are my sort of a friend, all of you. So I just tried to think a little bit ahead in terms of solving more problems for you. See, till 17th of October. Oh boy, actually, I misread the dates. I checked 2025. You are running Saturn, Rahu, Mercury till October, and then Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. No, 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 no. Saturn, Rahu, Mercury. Matya, I will not recommend this partnership right now. Push it till 2025. You know what? And I hope you took that insurance thing that I was referring you last time, because every time I look at your Venus, that comes to, to my mind. Venus in the eighth house. But Matya, I am not very confident. I will request, if you can figure out a strategy to get the chart of this partner of yours, and if he or she is a business partner, that person should be okay to share that, right? See, business partnership for you with an international person is very much possible. Your seventh lord is sitting in the 12th house, so that is possible. But I'll tell you where my problem is. You are running Saturn, Rahu, and Mercury. Mercury is your lord of fortune. So that period is running good for you right now till 9th of October. However, I would have ideally wanted some way the impact of sun or moon coming into play for you. And the reason is moon is the lord of your 10th, sitting in 5th. It's a Raj Yoga. And the second bit is sun is the lord of 11th, sitting 11 places away in the ninth house. These two planets are in a very good position for you. Okay. Even though your sun is afflicted with Rahu Grahan and stuff, I really wanted to figure out a strategy that this works out for you. So, my suggestion will be twofold. Either if you can push it to 2025, not in 2024. Okay. In 2025, if you do, it might be still beneficial. Why? Because even in the pratyantar of Venus, you will be able to do well. Starting January of 2025. Best period will be May, June, July, August, September, October of 2025. All these months. Okay. And other thing is, I would like to see the chart of that person. Why I'm saying is that while there is a good possibility of partnership for you with a foreign partner, it is still 6 places away. Okay. Yeah. So let's just have a check on that front. And I hope have can I expand with a business partner in October? Have an offer where I rent now another option as well. No, don't rent now. Yaar. Don't rent now. If you can delay that rent, I told you, if you can delay it from January and give some excuse that you want to start it as a do a new year opening. If you really want to do it, then please push it somehow. You can start doing the activities of setting up your studio and everything after 10th or 15th of December. Okay, but at least push it at least push it to 2025, Mataya. I would want you to do that. And if you can get access to that person's chart, it'll be awesome. All right, I hope that answers your question, Mataya, and good luck to you. I always want my audience to succeed and do better. Okay. All right, next question is from AK. And before I do that, I want to call out Rama. Rama, thank you for joining and being a member in this channel. You get an opportunity to come and connect twice in a month and ask your questions. And the idea is to strategize and plan short-term things the way Matea is doing, and Roberto is doing. AK comes very regularly. Preeti does that. So the idea is to strategize in short bits and figure out what is the best approach um, to handle situations in life. Okay, I will take up AK's question now. AK, you were there yesterday as well. I remember. This is the reading which is meant for you, but any which ways. So this is for your brother, 26. Hold on. Okay, so I will make it for man 26 3 1964 2:30 a.m. Jinja. 2:30 a.m. Jinja. Uganda. Okay. So AK, yeah, I have his chart ready with me now. So the question is, has suffered from mental health issues for many years and was okay until recently, not been taking his medication. When can we see an improvement? How does the dasha look for now to year? Will he get right treatment? Okay. So let me look. What is the situation of his moon? Moon is in 8th house. See, most of my videos I keep saying I don't like sun and moon in the 8th house. His moon is in the 8th house and it is directly aspected by Saturn. Okay, that is the challenge. So, and it is aspected by Ketu as well. Moon is aspected by both Saturn and Ketu. Hmm. Mercury is combust, Mars is combust, both of them sitting with Sun in the 3rd house in the sign of Pisces. Jupiter and Venus are sitting in the 4th house. And his Lagna Lord is Saturn, of course, sitting in the 2nd house. He would have spent a lot of his time, effort, and energy towards his family. Lot of mental, as more importantly, physical energy would have spent into that. Now he's running through Jupiter Dasha. Jupiter is sitting in his fourth house. It is the lord of his third and 12th. Okay. He should have a house in his foreign land as well. That is another thing. He will definitely have a house in foreign land. I'm 100% confident of that. And his some or the other issue would have been coming with his assets as well. Some accidents would have happened. Any car accident or something that you would have noted, AK? Or losses to his car, something, some loss to his asset should have happened. Very prominently evident. Anyways, so he is running through Jupiter Saturn. That is the reason. Saturn is aspecting his moon, sitting in second. Saturn is aspecting his Jupiter as well. Um, so this issue on the health front, even his food habits would be disturbed right now. So yes, thank you for confirming that he had a car accident. I told you this is in my brother-in-law's chart, and I keep warning him. Same in his case as well. Mars is the lord of eighth, sorry, fourth. Scorpio is the eighth house, and Mars is sitting in third house in the sign of Libra. So that's why I'm saying that he has to be very cautious with respect to his assets, with respect to driving and stuff. And right now, he's running through a dasha until March of 2025, where he will be troubled. I don't have a solution for this other than him praying to Hanumanji or visiting a temple every Saturday, Shani temple. Till March 2025, he will continue with all this problem. Uh, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and he would be like, there would have been some impact. And plus, right now in transit, this Saturn is gone retrograde. In fact, you would have noticed this change in behavior since June. That is another thing. And this weird behavior will remain all the way. He will not listen to anybody as well. He will do whatever comes to his mind until November, until that Saturn is retrograde. And when that Saturn becomes direct, because it's a return of Saturn for him, still his dasha is struggling dasha till March of 2025. You guys have to show, his family has to show a lot of support to him right now. He's troubled with some reason about his spouse as well. I can see that also in his chart. His spouse needs to also buckle up, or I don't know, is his spouse alive? Okay, I think you're not able to comment because there's a delayed comment setting. But the challenging period is till March. Post March, he will start making minor efforts himself. Oh, he's not married? Another possibility. Why? And the reason I was worried is because seventh lord is going to eighth. Okay. And moon is the lord. Moon is deeply afflicted. Ketu is giving an aspect on moon. Ketu is giving an aspect on the lord of marriage. शादी नहीं करने दिया. I did not let him marry. Wow. I did not expect that, because that's a new learning for me. I did not expect that. But see, till March, it is a tough period, but he will start doing better post that. Okay. There is no. See, and Saturn is Lagna Lord, but it is his Marak as well. Okay. And Moon is Marak as well, because they are the lords of second and seventh. And Moon is sitting in eighth. So I would want you to be careful on that front, and I would want you to figure out a strategy where some proactive precaution, and he can fix things, but he is not motivated somehow. Let me go into the Pratyantar very quickly. Yeah, until November it is the worst, because Saturn is in retrograde and he is running Rahu also. But don't worry, I don't see life threatening situation. Rahu will not let do anything major damage, but post November some improvement will be there. Some improvement will be there post November, and much more improvement post March. Okay. So good pep talk, listening to him. Good pep talk is important. His moon, he needs communication. His moon is afflicted, he needs communication. Talk to him a lot. That is very important. Talk to him. All right, AK. Good luck. I wish a good recovery to your brother. Okay, Rama. Welcome to the channel, and let's quickly look at your chart as well. Rama's details are March 9th, 2009. Sorry, guys. The start of the reading itself, it bloody gets stuck, and I don't like it. 2000. Uh, Rama, I'm so sorry. You've not provided me all details. I will not be able to give an insight without having all complete information. So you have to give uh, date, time, and place of birth. You've put in your question, Hyderabad, and you have to put in your time as well, man. That is the challenge. Okay, you will have some waiting period. Sagarika has posted a question. Okay, Rama has done it. So 9th March 2000, time is 23 40 45, and place is Hyderabad. Okay, what is Rama's question? Um, want to be a film star? My work charts such as Navamsa and Dasamsa are very good. Okay, let's. Yes, you are right. Your Navamsa, you have an exalted Jupiter. Ketu is sitting in Pisces. Saturn is with Rahu. Saturn Rahu combination is never great. Moon is 12th to itself. Sun is in the 8th. That is why you have this desire of getting into behind the screens and all this stuff. I just commented few minutes back, I'm never a fan of Sun in the 12th, sorry, in the 8th house. Sun or Moon in the 8th house. But before jumping into Navamsa, let's have a detailed reading of your Lagna. So you're a Scorpio ascendant. Ketu is in the sign of um, Capricorn in third house. Mercury is retrograde. Mercury is the lord of your 8th and 11th. Sitting in, so Mercury is losing directional strength. Sitting with Venus and Sun. Sun is also losing directional strength here. Venus is the only one, but Sun is aspecting its own house, which is a good thing. Mars is sitting, Lagna Lord is sitting in fifth. That is why that interest in towards creativity. And Mars and Jupiter are in exchange. Saturn is debilitated in the sixth house. That too with Moon. Gaj Kesari Yoga is there, but that too with Moon. Venus is the lord of 7th and 11th, and it is going 10 places away from itself to the 4th house. And Rahu is sitting in the sign of Cancer. So I'm not sure, Rama, if you've had a chance to watch my fame video. I created a video where you can see how much of a fame you will derive. And I'm not sure if you've also had a chance to watch my Sun video where I've talked about Sun Mahadasha, and you are running through one right now. Okay, you're running through one right now where you are in Sun Jupiter. Okay, you've already reached Sun Jupiter. It is going to come to an end, and then Sun Saturn will come into play. So at least for the next 1 year, I don't see any possibility of success in this space. Your Lord of third and fourth itself is debilitated. But it is getting Neech Bhanga from Moon. That is a good thing, yeah. Saturn is getting a Neech Bhanga from Moon, which is oh, you are studying till the next year. Good thing. Because I see challenges with that. First of all, you study hard, boss. You have a, so this is a ideal chart for somebody to get in a job. Okay, sixth lord sitting in fifth. I'm getting swayed with the questions that you've asked, and that's why I was moving in that direction. Sixth lord sitting in fifth. Your, first of all, watch that video as well. Yesterday only I released it. Actually, morning India time today, and I've made this comment that when it is there, your job will be in the direction of whatever you study. So if you are studying film industry, something related to arts, something related to direction, acting, then you will be able to build a career in that space. Now the problem is, acting can be seen at two levers. One is where you become a big mega movie star, and that is the sign of self employment, okay, or business and stuff. But then there are people who are paid like a salary, like a job. Okay, I understand what your question is. We'll have to keep working on the timelines. But then there are some people who work on a per episode basis, per uh, project basis, and they are more like salaried in a way, right? That approach, I cannot give the name. One of the, and she is in my inbox, she's in my DM. She's done a personal reading with me. She's a Hollywood star. Some of you have watched her movies as well. Right now, I'm under strict NDA. I cannot disclose her name, okay? And she's had 6 7 movies in the last 6 years. And right now, in the last 1.5 years, she's a Hollywood actress from Los Angeles and currently trying her luck in New York. Change of direction is what she's approaching, and she's been struggling for the last 1.5 2 years. And I told her that her dashas were working well before that, and she has to figure out a strategy that if she has to be in this industry, she has to be in a job. She doesn't want to accept that. She wants to work like a film star. She's not open to web series and stuff, because in web series or in sitcoms and stuff, you are paid on a per episode basis, and it's like you're employed. And I recommended the same thing to her. uh, and this reading was done in June. She's been in touch with me for the last 8 or 9 months. uh, and a very pretty actress. I'm pretty sure you have seen her in with another big star. I cannot even give the name of the other big star because you will figure out who this person is. So she was a co-star in this movie. The problem is that when your 7th and 10th are not very strong in your lagna, or Saturn is not strong, or Rahu is not strong. See, Venus, Saturn, Rahu. Go and watch my video, Ram. The intent of this channel is not to discourage you, not to disappoint you, but to figure out strategies how you can achieve your goals. Your chart is not promising that, no matter how much Vargottama and everything is happening in your other charts, Shadashtak Varga charts that you go and check. And the problem is that people get orgasmic satisfaction when they check all these other charts and they think something is going to work out. But 99% of the times, your Lagna chart will tell you what is there in for you. And that's where I'm trying to recommend, instead of approaching, because your seventh lord is going 10 places away from itself, right? And your 11th, sorry, and your 12th lord is also coming 6 places away from itself. Now, seventh is most critical here. Seventh is critical, and it is sitting in the house lord, which is debilitated. Getting Neej Bhanga means success is going to come, but it is going to come after a long time. My recommendation for you will be, if you want to really, really explore, and Rahu is going to give you that illusions, because it's not in its best strength, by the way, my friend, but it is aspecting your Lagna, so it is going to give you certain illusions in life. My recommendation to you would be, if you really want to pursue this thing, then number one, it has to be job oriented mindset within this industry. Number two, you have to you have to figure out going away from Hyderabad. The local industry is not the industry for you. I would go as far as to recommend that you might try something for now, but you might have to, in the long run, figure out settling away from your hometown, away from your culture, into a different industry. If you are from Telugu industry, explore Hindi industry, Tamil industry, English industry, whatever. You have to get away from that. Industry change is going to be important for you. Mars is also getting an aspect from Rahu. Okay, that is going to be very important. House of creativity is getting an aspect from Rahu. It denotes foreign. That's why I'm trying to recommend that. Now, from a period perspective, I don't see anything major consiling for you till November of 2025. Until next 1 year, I don't see it. And as you were saying, your plan is to fight for it to get some traction. 2026 will be the year you might get some traction. Okay, and you might get discouraged after that. Ketu, you will feel discouraged, you will not find success. Mercury is in retro also, it is not in a good directional strength also. That fight will lead into some outcome post your Ketu Antardasha once Sun Venus comes into play. So I hope you are ready. It is going to be a long haul battle, my friend. It is going to be a long haul battle. And I would take a pause here because I don't want to jump the gun in terms of too many predictions in the long run. Uh, but you might find your spouse in the workspace. Post marriage life, yes, from a Navamsa perspective, looks much better. You will see growth. However, I somehow see you doing better, and at the risk of repeating myself, you need to figure out a strategy. uh, a lot of times people write film industries, they assume movies. That is not the only option. You should consider web series kind of work as well. Like, you'll have to start small. That's what I'm trying to hint you. I do not anticipate big breaks. Ketu is also aspecting seventh. I'm telling you, uh, see, the idea is, I'm not discouraging, I'm not breaking negative news here. All I'm trying to say is be reasonable in planning and strategizing because of the industry you've chosen. If you would have said that, Dev, I want to go ahead and do something in technical, in fact, technical work, say editing and all that stuff, VFX creation in movie industry, good for you. Acting, success will be, I will not make a certain remark because sometimes Saraswati sits and I don't want Saraswati to pick up the wrong thing. So it will take time, but and hopefully you will succeed. But consider this planning in terms of job front. That will be better. Okay. All right. So and let's keep in touch. You've taken the membership, so you will be here in the long run, and hopefully we will figure out on a regular basis how other aspects are growing and evolving. uh, because in astrology, one placement can mean multiple things. Fifth house might denote creativity as well, it denotes your kids as well, it denotes your education degree as well, so it denotes your stock markets as well. You could be very smart in terms of your stock market investments. Your Lagna Lord is coming in here and it is in exchange with Jupiter. It could be very good for you, right? So I will also be able to improve my accuracy as I understand how this is panning out and what specificities of a planet and their placements are working out for you, and we will jointly discover what works well. Okay, Ram, I hope you're not disappointed, and let's remain in touch. All right, Sagarika, I usually do not address paid into this because this is only for the, and you don't have to write okay sir. I'm no sir, I'm just Dev, call me Dev, please don't call me sir. But I'm going to address this, Sagarika. This is for paid membership. So the paid members, they get a very detailed insight, and you would have been noticing when compared to the regular ones. I will address your question, but if you want to be part of this, I recommend you to consider uh, uh, full-time membership into this, or else snapshot reading for this contribution will be preferred. But I appreciate you taking the time and joining this one. All right, Bangalore. I'll take Bangalore urban. Okay. So quickly, question is, how is your career? Your career, you have Mercury combust, Saturn combust, sitting in the 10th house with Sun. Lagna Lord is Jupiter sitting with Rahu in the Lagna itself. Ketu is in the 7th house. Moon is exalted in the 3rd house. Very nice. Mars is in the own sign in the 9th house. That is also good. And Venus is in the sign of Saturn um, in the 11th house. See, one thing is good. Mercury being the lord of your 4th and 7th, that is coming and sitting in the 10th, but unfortunately, it is getting combust. Okay. Uh, Jupiter is the lord of 10th and sitting in Lagna. It's a Hamsa Rajoga as well. Then Saturn is the lord of 12th and 11th and sitting in uh, this thing. See, you need to figure out a career. The problem is the combustion of these planets. First of all, you will need more hard work, my friend Sagarika. Another bit is your sixth lord is sitting in 10th. I've just released the videos of sixth lord in different houses. You should watch that. You should watch that. I've done a very detailed, like the longest one I've put is for sixth lord in the 10th house. So again, job is gonna be good for you. You should be focused towards job itself. But currently, you are undergoing Rahu Mahadasha, and Rahu Moon under that. Uh, I need you to somehow the outcome will not be as desired from a work front right now because um, of all this combustion. Even though your moon is exalted, like mentally you are very strong, even short distance, like I can see that this is a period you will take a lot of journeys. Okay, but here is my recommendations, Sagarika. um, Dhan yoga is coming into play from Saturn, 11th lord coming in 10th, but needs exorbitant amount of hard work from you. Yeah. Very good thing about your chart is your 10th house has Sun, Saturn, Mercury, all three of which are like very happy sitting in the 10th house. Sun and Saturn conjunction, not extraordinary. I don't know how is your relationship with your father. Is he uh, like, is he a very strict personality or something of that sort? I assume that also could be the case. Um, Mars is sitting in the ninth house, and then Sun and Saturn are sitting there, and then Saturn is getting combust. But my urge to you will be, see, two things. Career will require you to stretch much harder than you are anticipating. Whatever goals you set for yourself, they are not going to come with the planning that you set. You have to go over and above. That is number one. Number two, money is going to come with struggle. Money is going to come with struggle. Third lord is coming into a higher karma trikon in the 11th, and it is a fruition of your hard work as well. It is going to come with struggle and over a period of time. But what you need to do is, see, every time I see Jupiter, my parents have that. Every time I see Jupiter, you guys are very like kind-hearted people, Sagarika. Don't get me wrong. My my mom hates me when I tell this to her. But wherever Jupiter sits, it burns, and it is never able to do good for that particular house. So you have to figure that out. See, when Jupiter is sitting in the Lagna, your recommendation to someone else will be very good, but your own recommendation for yourself will bloody not work out for you. If you recommend a stock, let's say for example, for somebody else to trade, that person is going to make millions. But if you are trying to do the same thing for yourself, somehow or the other problem will pop up. So here is my advice: you should work in under the guidance of your leaders or bosses or your father. That is also going to be actually good for you. Your father's guidance is also going to be good for you. Mars is in Kendra with Moon. I don't know about your marriage situation. It seems a little tricky there as well. Your marriage seems a little tricky, but that is number one. Number two is, from your moon chart also, the 10th lord is coming into 8th. So, and in your Lagna chart, your 8th lord is going into the house of gains. Are you having some bit of research related activities in your job or not, in your job profile? If not, you have to proactively figure out in your free time that you read, study, immerse yourself, learn, equip yourself. That is going to be crucial for you to succeed. You have good planets, but unfortunately they are getting combust and they are not getting the right energy in 10th house. So I'm trying to give you these things as remedies for you to succeed. Whatever business, I will not be surprised if you are working in an MNC, some sort of banking or technical, this thing, even government job looks appropriate for you. Sixth lord is Sun, and I've exactly told about Sun as well in that video. So please go ahead and check all these aspects. Please be prepared to slog harder than the rest of the folks. You will need that. and add research somewhere in your career component. Hopefully that should give you the outcome that you're desiring. Okay, so with that, I think there are no more questions here for from the people today. We've addressed all the questions, guys. I really appreciate you joining the session, and being a member to the channel, and contributing to the channel's growth as well. That is very, very important. Watch the videos. I've released August reading as well as sixth lord in all houses in the last 48 hours. So you should be able to find some good, interesting insights there. And okay, somebody, digital marketing apprentice. My friend, this is a membership reading. Like, I don't know, you guys are paying into this, uh, but this is members reading. I don't know how you are getting this ability. So you have to be a member of the channel so that you can no, I'm taking this one quick question. See, I take shorter questions when it is paid through this channel, or else uh, I don't know, man. I'm taking Bulacan as Central is on, and this is going to be a brief one, guys, because this is not this one. You have to be a member in this channel to on this reading. Anyways, the question is get wife. I don't know what does that mean, but I'm assuming that you're trying to understand when you would get married. You are a Cancer ascendant with your moon in the second house, Saturn in exaltation in the fourth house in retrograde, Jupiter in your fifth house in the sign of Scorpio, Ketu is sitting in your sixth house, so Rahu is in 12th. Saturn is your lord of marriage as well, lord of partnerships. So it is the lord of seventh and eighth house. Uh, Mercury is combust for you with Sun and Mars, all three of them in your ninth house, and Venus is in the sign of Aries in your 10th house. Now, the question is get wife. So, you are running through Rahu Dasha and Rahu and Mercury. This is not the period for you to get married. This is not at all the period for you to get married. And all the way till August of 2025, I do not see the opportunity for you to get married. You will have a very good opportunity after August of 2025. And within that, the best window is from July 2027 till Jan of 2028. Sorry, I'll change that. From March of 2027, from March of 2027 till Jan of 2028. That is the best window for you to get married. But right now, I do not even recommend you to be dating anybody. Wait till end of August of 2025. That is when you should start dating, and you should be able to find a good partner. Okay, and just from a marriage perspective, I want to actually, yeah, I gave you the right window. From March of 2027 till Jan of 2028 is a good window for you to get married. But before that, dating also not until August of 2025. It looks tough, or some or the other breakup will happen. Okay, all right. I hope this helps, my friend, and good luck. And consider subscribing to the channel, and consider becoming a member so that you can regularly participate into this. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye bye.